Yo, what up ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Grass here, back from MBR Starcast today with some HearthStone gameplay. I believe that's the correct way of pronouncing it. Previously in all my videos that I've done to do with this game, I've always called it HearthStone, as that's what always just sounded kind of right to me, but I've been watching a couple of the pros sort of play it, just to get a general idea of how they play stuff, and you know, I find some of the videos quite interesting to watch as well. Some of the stuff they do is pretty crazy, because they have all the cards and it's just like really OP sometimes. But HearthStone, whatever you want to call it, HearthStone, I guess HearthStone does probably sound right. We're going to be against a Warlock today. It's my first ranked game of the season. It's currently the 1st of June 2014, so that means that the ranked season resets today. So you get the new card if you're level 20 or under. You normally start off at level 25. I started off at level 20 because of the fact I finished level 14 or rank 14. Didn't play too much ranked. I got 13 was the highest I got, and then I started messing around with a priest deck, and it actually dropped me down a league, and I couldn't get past it. Which was a bit annoying, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And this Warlock deck is very similar to my priest deck. I'm running very high legendary cards in this, very sort of late game orientated. So if he decides to rush me, then he will kind of beat me. As you can see, I have HearthStone here, which sets the heroes remain health to 15. I can do that on him, or I can even do that on me to buff me up. So you know, my deck is really revolved around getting into that late game stage, and if he is to rush me, hopefully he doesn't do any Warlock rush. We've kind of got some good cards here to deal with it, but it's never nice being rushed, because in a deck like this, and this is the problem why I didn't do very well on my priest, is you rely on getting the cards, and if you don't get those cards, then it can really be GG. So we'll actually pop my mana crystal just to fire down my Twilight Drake. That's pretty scary. I should have like 8 health now, yeah, 4-8. Can't really do much more than that. You know, we take 6 damage from him, so you can start chugging away my HP. But we have HearthStone when we come level 9, so we'll be able to kind of gain some HP back in that respect. But the issue is, could cause a bit of a problem now. 5-3, nice. He should just go for my HP, and I've used Hellfire to clear up the board now. I take another 4 damage, free damage from it, but you know, having these characters stay on the board, obviously that busts anything up. This would be a good hand to wipe. Does drop me really low. This is an issue which I have. I could pop this and go for that, but I'm going to actually use Hellfire just to wipe everything. Take some damage from my dude, but he shouldn't really have anything at the moment to kill that just yet. Really until he gets level 6, he could use a scythe and so on. So you know, that's still pretty scary. What you really want to get is your Sunfire Protector. I should have my build on the left hand side so you can kind of see what's going on there, hopefully. So he's going straight for my health. This is really balls deep play. I like it. Well, I don't like it because it's against me and I don't want to lose. So I'm already down to 7 HP, but you see he's burnt all his cards, but has he have another charge? You know, I can kill this right now, but the problem is by killing it, I do lose my minion on the board, which is a bit of an issue for me. It would have been nice to have got the taunt. That's what you really want at this point. So I've got a kind of, what's his battle cry? Did he have a battle cry? Discard 2 random cards. So is that when he dies, it's his battle cry? So does he have to get rid of 2 cards? Oh no, that's just, I thought Battle Cry was when he died. He had to, I guess he had to discard 2 random cards when he summoned him in the first place, I guess. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, well, we'll play down this dude and hope next turn we get a taunt. But in all fairness, he could do 7 damage to me right now. Maybe not actually. I don't know. No, I don't think he could, but he certainly could drop me really low right now. So his deck is really kind of orientated around rushing me. So at the moment, if we can hold off for a little bit longer, we'll be alright. This is the case, it's just holding off long enough to get the right cards. So obviously this dude can't attack, so he's not too good to me at the moment. So what we could decide to do is we could drain the life of this guy. If we get healed from that, and then I have to use my Shadow Bolt on this dude. Even though he's only a 1/4, but I really want to gain some map control, but that might be a bit aggressive and I might regret doing that. So I definitely want to get rid of this dude because he's buffing him up. So what I could leave this guy on the field. Oh no, actually he still stays at 2/4. I'm going to get rid of him. Let's get some board control on the go. To be honest, he's rushed me, I'm really low now. I may regret doing that, but I still have my Siphon, 2 Siphon and Souls actually, so whatever he plays down I can destroy. As long as it's not a charge and you go straight for my HP, that would be pretty annoying. So that's a bit of an annoying card, pretty annoying. Could use my Siphon Soul on it and then Mortal Coil the Rebound. I do have Leeroy Jenkins just for a bit of fun in this deck. Him and Leeroy Jenkins, that's 10 damage. I have another one, that's 14 damage you can do. I can do 10 damage to his health right now. wouldn't win, but I could do it. Let's just be aggressive. I've got nothing else to lose at the moment. Let's fuck it. You know, he's down to 1 card in his hands, so really he's down. He's going down very fast. Whilst I've got a nice selection in my hand, and this is how my deck kind of works. My deck is built around getting to the late game, surviving the early game, surviving the rushes that they throw at me, and playing it to the late game. Because I have a Ladix charger here, so you know I can regain my HP back as well now. So. Let's see, and I still have another Siphon Soul. That's a bit annoying. I really need to get a taunt right now, to be honest. He could kill me next. Ah, perfect. That's pretty nice, but at the same time, he could. I don't know if I really want to waste another Siphon Soul just yet. You know, it'd be nice to get rid of one of these, but at the same time. Take too much damage. I could try and draw another card and see what we get. It's a bit risky because I'm relying on only getting a 2-mana card, which I don't think I really would actually have. Or I could just play this down, which would put it on 5 HP. He'd have to use 2 of these to destroy it, and then he wouldn't actually kill me, and then I can use Alexstrasza next turn. I'm actually going to try and draw a card. Ah, brilliant. Nice. Nice. We could actually play down the big Game Hunter, thinking that he's not going to have any plus additional damage, and play down the Sunfury Protector. Obviously this basically means now that if he has a big 7 minion or higher, we still have the Siphon Soul, which is really good, and basically he's got 2 taunts to go for it, so he'd have to use all his minions, unless he has a spell card right now, and in the deck he's kind of playing, I don't think he would necessarily have a spike. Yeah, I don't think he's going to kind of have that there, so yeah, perfect. Oh, he has no cards now, so the game is now in my hand. I may be low HP, but the game is now starting to go in my direction. He has a lot of cards on the field. Well, he's used everything now. So once I play Alexstrasza out, we're going to be laughing. So playing that big Game Hunter was a good idea because I don't think he's going to have much damage like that in my board. So he's going to have to wipe every minion. If he wants to go through this, he's going to have to wipe every minion. And I can just play Alexstrasza next round, which would be OP. So boom, gets rid of that. Actually gives him +4. Oh no, he's still gonna have to do it. Yeah, see you later. Gets rid of that. And that reduces everything else now down. Or just that one actually. He decided to end the turn, little pussy hole. Even better. Oh my god. Oh, this is lovely. Or is it actually? We could buff this guy up and then wipe the whole field to all enemy minions. It wouldn't kill that dude, but we could actually. Oh, he's got the taunts. That's a bit annoying. We could do that, which would be pretty smart. Then the case is that he could. I still have my taunt up actually. I'm gonna try and do this. This may seem. Well, actually, could we win? No, because he's got the taunts. Beat that. Nah, we can't win. So I could play Alexstrasza right now, which would be pretty nice. But what I could do is buff this dude up and wipe the whole field, which sounds pretty good to me. It does kind of give away, stop me doing my Leeroy plan, which I wanted to do. I really wanted to attack that guy. That's a bit of a shame. Oh well. Let's destroy this dude. Wipes out his whole board. And then we're buff up this dude so he can't even actually kill him now. And he shouldn't have anything, like he could probably do maybe 5 or 6 damage straight to my health if he has something. But I don't know. You know, obviously the fact he has life tap's really nice. He has another Divine Shield. He's going full out now. This is where I can start to capitalise because I just kill his little imp. It's GG. We could actually 10 damage, 10, 12, we win. Yeah. We win. How about that? We don't get to play all my fancy cards, which we could do, but fuck it. You know, we don't know what he could pull out right now. So this is the kind of nice combo. It's kind of just there for lols, but you know, boom. GG. Give a little sorry. He thought he had it in the bag. The problem is he with the rush. If I hold off the rush, then my game will just destroy. You know, he took me down so low, but I had Alexstrasza there the whole time, so it was the perfect. Well, it wasn't the perfect hand. My hand could have been better, but at the end of the day, it did what was needed. We held off his rush, and it was GG. You know, he was throwing everything at me, but luckily, I think playing that card where I boosted my dude's damage to then wipe out the whole field was really nice, because it just wiped everything out and it left him with nothing because he had no cards in his hand. So it was GG. His deck was really minion based, and you could see that, and that's the problem. When you go for a rush, if you hold off that rush, then it's GG. He had nothing to go towards the late game. Whilst my deck's very late game orientated, so it kind of started biting into my favour, and I still had a lot of cards in my hand, which would be nice. I'm gonna keep the Shadow Belt and the Sunfire Protector. It's kind of nice to have a minion there. Yeah, like it'd be nice to have a minion instead of the Shadow Belt or even a Siphon Soul, but it's kind of good wave clear. You can kind of deal with things. The problem is with the Hunter is his hounds can be a bit annoying, but to be honest with my deck, it's not really about playing minions down early game, and if he uses the hounds late game, he's not going to be able to kill my big cards. So yeah, so good start. It's a good start to the season. Win 1 out of 1. Happy days. Not ideal. We don't really need the heal just yet, but I guess it's alright there. It's nice to kind of have a minion, I guess. What we really want now is the I can't remember what his name is. The Ancient Watcher. There he is. Come to say hello. I'm actually going to keep in my hand for now. But what I really like to do, I think it's the Twilight Drake. You get a certain amount of health depending on how many cards you have. You play that down with the Sunfire Protector plus the Ancient Watcher. That's 2 tanks that are not getting through. And at the end of the day, what can he play? He could play he could play a Secret, or he could play like some little wolf which boosts his damage, which I'm not too fussed about. So I'm actually going to draw it again purely because of the fact that his Secret could be when I attack him. I imagine it's when I'm going to play a minion. So once I play this, it would actually drop it down to 1. Just hope he doesn't get the charge. The taunt's alright, that's fine. No, we haven't. Alright, let's drop this down and see what happens. See if the Secret pops. Here it goes. Yeah. So that's alright, At the end of the day, we'll boost it up into a taunt still, because otherwise he's not going to attack it. He either sacrifices this, or he could have a holy. Well, it's not a holy smite. Arcane shot, I believe, the Hunter. If he has that, then it's GG, and he'll be able to destroy it pretty easily. But at the end of the day, that's the way the cookie crumbles. At least the Secret's popped on my Ancient Watcher. It's not the end of the world. Is he going to do that? What's he got here? Let's see. If he used Hounds, it'd be really aggressive. He's going for the Buzzard. No, Hounds are 3 mana now. It's interesting. I'm going to kill the Buzzard next turn, so I don't know why he's done that. He did actually go for the Hounds, so he gets 2 cards off of it. He can sacrifice a Hound for that, and then he could kill that as well, I guess. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to drain life the Buzzard, because fuck the Buzzard. Or is he going to go for my health, because he knows he has the taunt up? It's pretty smart, I guess. What we could do is I could Shadow Bolt that dude actually and trade him into him, which would probably be the best way of doing this. So, well, actually, so Shadow Bolt, that's 2, 3 even, then we draw a card. Let's draw a card, see what we get. Nice, so that's going to hold any rush back. So yeah, we'll Shadow Bolt this dude. This dude stays alive. Happy days. He can Arcane Shot him, but fuck it. Or he'll probably send his Hound into me, into my health, I guess. Knowing what the Hunters be like. But again, this works into my favour because Alex Straz and also the legendary Warlock card that we didn't actually get to see. Hopefully we get to play him because he looks really cool. It'd be cool to use Alex Straz, but the fact that Leeroy Jenkins, he's just in there for a bit of fun, and that paid off because it did 10 damage straight to his HP, which was OP, and I can do 14 if I have both cards in my hand. And that's only 6 mana to do that as well. You can play someone else. It's quite a deadly little combo. It's a lot better on Rogue, I think, with Leeroy, but in some decks, he can be effective. It's still a 6-2. Obviously, they get 2 whelps from it, but it's still quite an effective card to play. Hopefully, what would be nice if he doesn't summon anything now, but he can summon his big grizzly bear, or it's not a bear, lion, I can't remember what it's called, the thing where you kill it and he gets 2 little 2/2s. I'm not perfect with all the names on this, I know the pictures, but not the names. So this is a good, so what we could do, I don't really want to take another life, what I could do and then heal myself up next round. If I do that, then this dude's going to be a lot stronger and then taunt him up. Perfect, actually, that's pretty good. I'm low on HP though, this is a bit of an issue. Once you start playing with the Warlock and you start, draining your HP down to 15, I think 15 is a very dangerous area to be because he can start throwing some big damage down now. That's actually going to make that a 1 now. Perfect play, perfect answer, but he gets rid of his silence and he's gone for his Eagle Bow. So did he go for me? He went for that. That's alright, to be honest. Fuck it, whatever. Whatever, you pussy all. And it does mean that my Molten Giant now, we never saw in the last game, is going to be quite a bit stronger. So what we shall do is we could drain that dude. But for a 2-to-1 he's not too important. We could just throw down this dude and taunt him up. Fuck it. Let's do that, see what he has to say. And now we're starting to get to the point where we're almost at 9 mana crystals, and that's where this deck comes alive at 9 mana crystals, once I get all the big cards. At the moment I've got a nice mix. This is a nice amount of cards to get here, you know. I've got my Shadow Flame, so he does anything I'm going to be able to wipe out the board with that. My Owl for the silence, I've got my 2 drains, another silence, you know, I've got 2 silence in my hand, I've even got a heal. I've got a Siphon of Soul, so any big minion he plays I'm just going to instantly destroy and I get HP back from that. And I've got my Molten Giant here, which is only going to cost me 5 mana next turn. If I use a Life Tap, it only uses 3 mana, but the problem Life Tapping now is the issue that if he gets a his big longbow, the Gladiator's longbow, whatever, and that can do 5 damage to me straight out, plus his longbow, that's 7 damage. Anything on the field he could charge at me, you know, he could use his summon, or he could use this, deal 5 damage. So why would he take that? What the fuck? Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, that's 2 big cards now gone. He's going to put a bit of damage down to me now. That's 3 damage. If he goes... Oh, he didn't go with that. That's alright, because this only costs 2 mana now. But what we do want to do is get rid of this dude. I'm going to have to start healing up a little bit now. Let's just play a little bit more defensive. We'll get rid of this dude just because even though he'd be a 2-1 still, that's, you know, he boosts everyone up, so fuck that dude. I should have played this first, I'm a fucking idiot. Ah, why did I? Oh my god, fuck my life. Oh, fuck my life. Fucking idiot. I would have been able to, I healed for 2, so I'd have had 3, I'd have been able to have played this dude as well. That was me being a noob, got a bit carried away there. Oh, that's not, I'd say it's not the end of the world. He could kill me, to be honest, so it could be the end of the world. But yeah, this is the cool card you get from being level 20 or higher. Or lower, I guess. Well, no, yeah, lower. Fuck no, it's whatever. It's a weird way of them doing it. So he's going to go for the Hunter's Mark. Nice. Boom. What does he go? Oh no, he wouldn't do that. That would be pretty crazy, to be honest. He could Arcane Shot it. Alright. Yeah, well, it's not the end of the world. At least he's done it on my Molten Giant. I'm not worried about my Molten Giant. We'll get rid of this with my Drain Life. And we could actually wipe out the whole board now. Could be really good. Or we could silence him and then Siphon Soul him. But he still has his Buzzard up, which is a bit annoying. But then he doesn't summon 2 2s from this. Oh, actually, this could be perfect. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. GG. The master is ticking. If you have a silence him with my Iron Beak Owl. GG, motherfucker. With Mortal Coil, this bad boy, just wipe the whole field just like that. GG. We draw a card, got another heal, lovely jubbly. And yeah, happy days. That was absolutely perfect. What was that card called? That's what I was on about before. Where are you? The Savannah Hymen. So yeah, perfect move there. And that's what I'm on about, having the nice amount of cards. And like last turn, you know, we had the right cards here to deal with any situation. Luckily my Mortal Coil come up, which made everything perfect. I was able to silence him, and you know, we just drained him out, got some HP back from it. It was GG. The big game Hunter wouldn't deal with him, and the best way was to do it like that because we silenced him, and you know, he never got to summon his additional minions. So it's GG. Now what do we do? Alright, so he has, what we could do is similar to what we did actually last turn and wipe this whole board by playing, that's a free. What we could do is heal myself and then blow up the heal. Or, yeah, we could blow up the heal and sacrifice him into him. Which wouldn't be a bad thing, to be honest. Or we could use the big game Hunter and hope that he doesn't have anything higher than 7, that would wipe the whole board. And I could still heal myself afterwards. But then if he has another big minion, I could be fucked. Fuck it. Heal myself up. That might have been a bit. The thing is, what I could have done is I could have used the hour to take anything and sacrifice this dude. But if I did that, then I'd have no minions on the field. Or I could have played him instead, actually. But at least with the big game Hunter, I kept the field. And let's just hope he doesn't have anything. I still have a Siphon Soul on my deck, so it's not the end of the world. This is a bit of an issue. Oh no, actually we have that Drain Life. GG. Yep. Happy days. Perfect hand right now. Perfect hand. So what we do is we just drain this dude. We'll sacrifice this guy, you know, sacrifices have to be made sometimes. Let's even draw a card, fuck it, I'm feeling adventurous. Shadow Bolt, that's alright. Heal myself back up again. Perfect, this game is going absolutely well. He has no cards, this is pretty much GG for him now. 16, you know, he has 22 HP, but at the end of the day, with the fact that he's only be getting a card a turn now, both his buzzers are gone. He's got no way, unless he has a traffic in. I'm pretty sure he used one of them. He has no way of really drawing cards now. So this game is me to dictate the pace of the game, really. And I have an owl, I have a taunt, I've got my power, and even Siphon Soul. You know, GG. We could be really greedy and take another card, but I'm not gonna, because there's no reason to really. It's only going to mean that I take more damage than what I necessarily need to, and I've got 4 cards in my hand which can deal with any situation. We can destroy any minion he summons. You know, we can pretty much destroy most minions he summons with the Shadow Pole. We have the Silence, and we've got my power overwhelming. So anything he plays, really, I have a card to deal with. That's a really nice play. This dude does actually live. Nice play, because the thing is, if I start using my life tap, if he keeps steady shotting me, he's eventually going to get to that point where he can kill me. But with Ragnaros now joining the party, it's GG. So that's 8. Then we plus him would be 7, 15. Wouldn't be enough. We'll just throw Ragnaros down and see what he has to say about that. He's got nothing to do with Ragnaros. He's dead next turn now. It's GG. If he kills Ragnaros, then we still just power over around that dude. And, yeah, all right. So, happy days. So we still don't actually get to see my legendary Warlock card, or even get to use Alex Raza this turn, who would have been pretty handy, I guess, for this game. But nevertheless, it was pretty, you know, it's been played out pretty well. So this should be 2-on-2 on a trot, unless he plays something crazy. What's he gonna do? He makes it into a taunt, which does, this is pretty clever. No, it's not actually. I wiped the whole board. Could just do, no. I'm just giving a sorry. Oh, yeah, cheers, see you later. Boom. Oh. Could have silenced Ragnaros and then boosted him up and just went into its HP like that. Yeah, GG. Nice, Ragnaros come up at the perfect time. And one more, and that puts us on a winning streak, and we can start moving back up the ladder again. So previously, what got me really high was my Divine Shield Paladin deck, which I'm not sure if I'm going to go back. I've made a Nerf Paladin deck which needs a few tweaks, which is more on the principle of sort of rushing, whilst that Paladin deck's more around getting the Divine Shields out really, and you can kind of have map control, and then you can use the dude, the Blood Knight, I think it is. He sucks all the Divine Shields out. Mage, not really too much of an issue actually. The main issue with this deck, like that's the perfect hand right there. Really, but I'm going to keep that in there. It's kind of nice to clear any little card. That's the perfect hand, those two. Leeroy, not really what I want right now, to be honest. He's more of a late game kind of just lols in your face card, but yeah, he's there, you know. Leeroy Jenkins, he's got some chicken. So we'll see, yeah, perfect. It's a pretty good hand, you know, 60% goodness in this hand. For what it was, you know, I'd take this hand any day. We're Mortar Coil, it's perfect, really. End our turn. If we get a Twilight Drake now, we'll be laughing. We'll see. The mage is a bit difficult, but it's rushes, you know, like that. There's like a Murloc rush or a what's he doing here then? Well, that's pretty smart, I guess. I'm half tempted just to burn this dude with my fucking thing. It might be a bit aggressive, but fuck it, because he's going to be able to... yeah, fuck it. Doesn't mean if I get a Twilight Drake now next turn, then I don't really have as many cards in my hand, but... The fact that his spells cost 1 less, I actually lost a game earlier today, I believe, playing this Warlock deck. I was on the back foot for a long time, and I decided not to silence that dude, and it cost me the game. I think had I silenced it, I'd had another turn, but because I didn't, he was able to play so many spell cards out, he just killed me. So, there you go. Perfect, yeah, that's alright. He has no damage on the board, and he's not going to play anything bar Fire Blast, and they can't do damage. So I'm happy just to draw another card and take life from there, because I can play these two out next turn outright, even though we don't have anything to taunt up on the other side, but it's cool. Just having him as a taunt's just badass. The Ancient Watcher, I always used to think it was a shit card because you can't attack. You could silence it, in all fairness, but 4/5, you know, they have to do something about it. He either has to polymorph it or he has to attack it. And if he polymorphs it, you know, that's another card for my legendaries. This is the perfect. I think this is probably the best hand I've actually had with the Warlock. So what we'll do is we'll play one down now. Well, we could actually play both of them down and then taunt them up next round. But fuck it now. Fuck it. Fuck it. I can do that again next turn. It may be in a bit of a waste like that, but we'll see what he does. Let's see what he does. I could have actually just played both of them down because he wouldn't have killed them. He could polymorph this right now. If he does polymorph it, it's a good thing. Let's see. Or a fireball. That's alright. That's alright. You know, he's had to do some damage for that, so that's cool. He lost a big fireball now. Like Strauss is out. It's cool. So I could do the same thing again and see what he has to answer. Has just wasted both of my taunts now though. I think it would have probably been better to actually have played both Ancient Walkers the first time around, then taunted them up, because it wouldn't have seemed such a threat then. But he did have to burn a fireball for it, so I guess that was alright. Fuck it. It's too late now. I may regret doing the way I've just played this. This could be a bit of a costly decision because now I've got rid of both my Sunfairy Protectors and both my Ancient Watchers now. But at the same time, he did have to burn a Pyroblast for it. And he may have to burn a Polymorph or another Pyroblast if he wants to kill this. Because if he drives in with his dude, he won't kill me. Freeze a minion and the minion's next to deal 1 damage. That's alright. Or he does more damage because it's frozen now. He didn't even take it out. He had to pyro it. That's fine. I'm happy with that. That served its job there, to be honest. He's done what I wanted him to do. And we've got another turn. Let's draw a card and see what we get. Perfect. We've got good control here. We'll heal myself up. This is quite perfect because if I keep it high health, I can just 15 his health down, and that would be OP. Even if he was to polymorph this dude, for me to set his health to 15, that's fine. I'm happy playing it like this because generally the mage doesn't rush, and because he's not rushing, this actually plays in my favour. I can actually destroy that. It's a bit aggressive, but by destroying that, the Mana Worm's quite an annoying card to get. What's he going to boost up the Mana Worm? He's boosted up that. Interesting. It's interesting. He's going for the pyro. Fair enough. Alright. That was an interesting choice. What we could even do is actually, instead of using both that on him, I could boom him, then boom him, and then take him instead. Instead of wasting both cards on it, because that would clear up the whole board, and he only has his Sun Cleric then. Let's fuck it, let's do that. Let's draw a card first, because we get the heal. Nice, this is the perfect hand, to be honest, at the moment. We'll do this, see what we get. Big Game Hunter, and we have such a controlled hand right now. Anything he plays, I'm just going to be able to control. And next, in 2 turns, 2 turns we summon Alex Strauss, so that's GG. We do that on his health, and he ain't going to know what's hit him. So yeah, it was good to get rid of that Mana Worm, because he would have got boosted up then, and then any other spells he keeps playing. If he takes that for that, I'm happy. Sure, he has board control, but at the end of the day, he's wasting minions, and this is where it's going to start going in my favour. And I can just Siphon Soul this dude. Whatever, mate. Come at me, bro. We have every answer possibly going. We'll draw another card, because I just like having cards in my hand. Molten Giant. Lovely jubbly. So this should destroy him. I hope it just doesn't destroy his Divine Shield, because I would cry right now. Yeah, just wanted to make sure. I can imagine something like that happening. It's GG. Alex Strauss next round. We have an 8-8. He probably has a polymorph in his hand, but that doesn't bother me. This is a waste. Whatever, do it to me. Do that damage to me. I can give a shit. He ain't gonna know what's hit him now. Alex Strauss are coming out onto the board. I think every time he does damage to me, my Molten Giant's getting lower and lower. So most likely he's going to polymorph this, but I don't mind because my deck is so heavily. I've got such a good hand at the moment. If he polymorphed it, it doesn't matter. I still have another 8-8, and he's down to 15 HP now. I didn't even attack him, and he's down to 15. Like what the fuck? That's a bit of a kick in the teeth, isn't it? Cool. Maybe I wish I kept it for me now. That's interesting. I could win, maybe. Yes, I could win. I win. TG. No, I don't. Yes, I do. What do? We 6 damage. That's a 10. Oh, no, we don't win. Oh, fucking taunts. Actually, if I silence that dude, he's no longer a taunt. If we do that, that's 5. Yeah, I win. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky, Chucky. We Shadow Bolt this dude. And we call Leeroy Jenkins out onto the field. Boost the motherfucker up. And we'd be like, yeah, see you later, mate. Chucky was sorry. Didn't see that coming, did he? Thought he was with his little 10-ass pyro ball to me. To be honest though, he wouldn't. I don't think he would have killed me next turn anyway. But that was the perfect combo. We even got some Warlock dominance. Like I say, Warlock's only level 18. I think previously I first started playing off as the Hunter. That was the first class I really got good at. Even though my Hunter deck's currently, I sold one of my cards. It's kind of you can't even click on it anymore. That kind of sucks. But my my Paladin, I started playing a lot. 63. He was after the Hunter, and then I started getting into the Priest recently. I've been mainly playing him not ranked. My ranked hasn't gone too well when I've played him, so I've kind of just been chilling with just chilling in casual games, because ranked it's kind of been backwards and forwards. I've been bumping around, and at the moment the Warlock is, that's the first 3 ranked games I've done with him today in this video. We've won all 3 in a row, so happy days. The Rogue, I haven't actually played any rank with the Rogue yet. It's kind of, my deck I've built with the Rogues kind of like really relies on getting the Auctioneers. But anyway, so you should have been able to see the side of the deck on the video, and hopefully that comes in handy. If you have any tip or have any questions about the deck I'm using, please let me know. And also if you have any tips, I'm still trying to I'm no pro at the game yet, still trying to get into it, but I'm really enjoying it, especially because you can play it on the iPad. It's just so easy and relaxed, I can, if I'm not, obviously when I'm making a YouTube video I've got to pay a lot more attention, to try and make it interesting for you guys, but generally, you can just be surfing the web, watching porn, all that good stuff. But nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take it easy, have a great day, peace.